Hello and welcome. Welcome to another Soulful Saturdays with Saylor. That's me. I am so pleased that you are here. Absolutely. Welcome back to another sacred Soulful Saturday with Saylor, where we don't just talk the talk, we walk the walk. And maybe we twirl in it and then do a little praise dance in our truth. Absolutely. And this is where we also empower your spirit and build a strong sense of self. Life is always on the move. Would you agree? Absolutely. I'm asking you to give yourself permission for the next 40-ish minutes to hit pause and reconnect with the powerhouse within you. Yes, take a moment, take a break. Do this for you. What you could also do is make sure to tune in every Saturday for your weekly dose of spiritual connection and soul feel goodness. And if life happens, because let's be real, it does. No worries. You can catch all of our sessions anytime on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed yet, yeah, stop being shy and hit that button. It's the time for you to get connected and also to be the first to know when our latest fantabulous sessions drop. We're here to support your spiritual journey, and we don't want you missing out on a single thing. So hit that button to subscribe. What you could also do is pay it forward. Share this with someone who could benefit from this message or would enjoy the empowering shift from everyday being to soulful being. It is an honor to walk this spiritual path with you. Hi, I'm Cindy Saylor, and for the past few years, I've been on a soulful journey myself of rediscovering my true self. And when I connect with my inner being, my soul, my spirit, life flows with greater peace, clarity, and joy. It really does. And I want this for you too. I want you to feel deeply connected, to flow with life instead of maybe forcing it, and to fully embrace the soulful person you are meant to be. That's why I created Soulful Saturdays with Saylor, a space for reflection, renewal, and rediscovery. There's a powerhouse inside you. It's time for you to discover it. And this week, we're wrapping up this month's deep dive into authenticity with the golden thread that ties it all together: self-love. Yes. I'm not talking about the bubble bath version, although, yes, please, do the candles and Epsom salts. I'm talking about the deep, no matter what, love yourself when you're messy, tired, quirky, or crying in your car kind of love. The love that holds your hand when no one else shows up. Today, we're going to embody that fully, fiercely, and finally, absolutely. And before we dive deeper, let's take a moment to just be. Because before we can embody self-love, we have to slow down, tune in, and tune out. So wherever you are, whether you're sitting pretty with your coffee or curled up in your favorite spot, let's drop into this moment together. And for all of those that are driving, thank you very much for listening. You may want to keep your eyes on the road, just saying. So let's get still. Let's get centered and reconnected with that beautiful beating heart of yours. It's time for a little soul-soothing meditation. I hope you're ready for this. It's going to allow you to be grounded, centered, focused on the message we're going to deliver today. So this is your grounding meditation for our session. Let's pause, get still, and breathe our way into being. Before we start untangling the world and diving deep, we're going to do something revolutionary. We're going to breathe. Yes. Yep. I know it sounds simple, but don't underestimate the power of your breath. It's your built-in reset button, your divine pause, your sacred anchor. Yeah. So if your mind's been running a marathon or your heart's been carrying things it was never meant to carry, let's call all of your energy back to you right now, right here. Yes. Sit comfortably. Uncross your legs. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes. If you feel safe, unclench that jaw. Yes, let it go. Let's take 3 deep, delicious breaths together. We're going to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Are you ready? So this is your first breath. Inhale, fill up your lungs like they're expanding with pure possibility. Yes. And now let's exhale. Let's let go of the tension, the doubt, the not enough noise. Let it all go. Yes. Breath 2, go ahead and inhale. Breathe in love, light, and a little bit of that fierce self-belief. Yes. Breathe that all in. Hold it. And as you exhale, release the masks, the roles, the pressure to perform. Release all of that. Yes. And for your third breath, inhale. And as you inhale, draw in peace, purpose, and power. Go ahead, breathe that in and hold it. And when you get ready to exhale, exhale slowly and feel yourself come home to you. Feel the connection. Feel the connection. Yes. Now that you are grounded and glorious, I want you to speak this into your soul. You can do it aloud or silently. Your voice, your choice, but speak this into your soul. I honor who I am as I am. I am worthy, whole, and beautifully made. Yes. Affirm it. Yes. Say it again if you need to. Let it land. Let it root down deep in your soul. Yes. I honor who I am as I am. I am worthy, whole, and beautifully me. Yes. Feel those words travel through your body, into your chest, your belly, your bones. Yes. Keep repeating that. Let those words settle into every cell like sacred truth. Let them dance in your soul like freedom, because they are true. Every single word. You are not to shrink, shift, or squeeze. Especially squeeze yourself into someone else's version of enough. You are here to shine, unfiltered, untamed, unapologetically you. Yes, you are. So one more time, let's go ahead and repeat these words. I honor who I am as I am. I am worthy, whole, and beautifully me. Yes, you are. And now that you have centered and glowing from the inside out, let's keep this going. Now that you have taken the sacred pause and filled your cup with some serious self-love, continue to breathe naturally. Let's get into the heart, because it's the one thing to get grounded, but to get into the heart, that's different, because it's one thing that sometimes we don't do enough of. You know, it's another just to live grounded in our truth. So let's unpack what it really means to embody self-love, not just on the good days when you've got it all together, especially on the messy ones, when you're bravely holding it down. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper. Continue to breathe naturally. And allow me just to say this to you. You are beautiful. You are worthy. You are capable. You are. It is truly amazing what you are capable of doing. You are brave and beautiful. You got this thing called life. And it's time for you to start living it. And it's time for you to start embodying self-love. I want to take another big, deep breath in. Hold it. And as you release, say, I am present, I am worthy, I am capable. I am present, I am worthy, I am capable. And I am ready for this message today. Bring it on. Yes. And when you are ready, go ahead and take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead and start opening up your eyes. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Yes. Yes. How do you feel? Lighter? Your head's a little clearer, not as foggy? Yes. That's beautiful. It's time for us to start embodying self-love. Now that you're grounded, we've got your full attention, you're fully present, and we're really talking about the real deal. This is like the skin in the game, the self-love. Yes. And today, it's just not about those bubble baths and facials, but here's the thing. Those are fabulous too. This is all about getting gritty and glorious and soul honoring kind type of self-love. Are you ready? All right, we're going to break this down. Self-love isn't a destination. It is a daily decision. Let's be real. Waiting until you get it all together before you love yourself, that's a trap. There is no perfect version of waiting in the wings to finally be good enough. You're not a fixer-upper, sweetheart. You're divine real estate, and that's who you are. You are a divine, beautiful piece of real estate. Self-love isn't a final stop on the train. It's the tracks you ride every single day. Some days it looks like affirmations and green smoothies. Other days it's dragging yourself out of bed and saying, I still choose me. And guess what? They both count. You're allowed to be a masterpiece and a work in progress all in the same time. It's all about owning your layers. And the layers of you, those are sacred. And it's about understanding those layers, right? And you can do both at the same time. How about the comparison? Comparison is a killer of confidence. Ooh, been there, done that, right? Hair, makeup, clothing, outfits, shoes, car, house, job. Oi, it is exhausting, but comparison is the killer of confidence. Stop scrolling and start souling. That's right. That woman over there with the perfect outfit, the perfect hair, and the matching shoes and purse, that's her path, not yours. Glorious, gritty, one of a kind. You don't need to match anyone else's vibe, filter, or timeline. You're not behind. You are in your own divine timing. Comparison. will have you shrinking your light to fit into someone else's frame. Stop the madness. Don't do it. Your magic doesn't require permission or an applause or a darn filter. No, it doesn't. So I'm going to say this with a lot of love. Stay in your lane and sparkle with your whole body. Stop comparing yourself and allow yourself to be free to be you. So, your weird is wonderful. Yes, I said it. Your weird is wonderful. And when you start acknowledging it, oh, I'm going to tell you what, you're going to have a smile bigger than ever. See, you know that quirky thing that you do, that laugh that snorts at the end. That's me. That deep obsession with moon phases, vintage teacups, or writing poetry. Maybe it's at 2 a.m. getting up to howl with the coyotes. Whatever it is, your weird isn't a flaw. Yeah, it's all the good stuff. It's your signature flavor. It's the seasoning in your soul. And when you own it, you stop performing and start living. And here's a bonus for you. You give other women permission to love their weird, wonderful selves too. Be the vibe you wish to exist in. Yes, absolutely. And boundaries are a self-love in action. I still need to set more boundaries. Yes, indeed. But boundaries are our self-love in action. And when we start saying yes to ourselves and no to the things that are causing us havoc, we start to regain self-love and confidence for ourselves. Let's call it what it is. Boundaries aren't walls. They're welcome mats for the life you actually want. Okay, that's really good. Let's do that one again. Boundaries aren't walls. They're welcome mats for the life you actually want. Say no without giving a TED Talk scared, right? Canceling your plans to recharge. Walking away from toxic relationships that are draining, right? The draining jobs or the drama-fueled circles. What are you holding on to? What are you not sending boundaries around? Because you have a choice. You have a choice. And when you set a boundary, you're saying, my peace matters. When you set a boundary, you are saying, I matter. Protect your energy like it's sacred ground. Because it is. You don't owe anyone access to that version of you that's burned out, bitter, or broken down. Love yourself enough to close the door on what no longer serves your soul. And here's a mic drop for you. This is what embodying self-love looks like in real time. It's not perfect. It's not always pretty. It's powerful, and it's yours for the claiming. Yes. Now I know all this sounds empowering, and it is. Let's be real. Let's be real. It's not always easy to put into practice. I get it. One small step at a time. Loving yourself in a world that profits off of self-doubt. That's rebel energy right there. So before you move on, I want you to share a real life story with yourself. Because You need to understand why you don't have the boundaries set. Okay. I'm going to share a client story in a moment, but what I want you to do is I want you to think about the story as I'm telling you, and think of times in your life that you wish you had the courage, you wish you had the confidence, you wish you would have done something differently. When I share these stories, they're either mine or my clients, and yes, I get permission from them. Yes. But it's important to understand how this can also tie into you, into your life somehow, some way. We're just not here for lip service. We're here to help guide you, to dig a little deeper, discover a little bit something more about yourself. One of my beautiful clients walked this actual journey, and let me tell you, watching her go from self-doubt to self-celebration was nothing short of glorious. I want to introduce you to Renee. I like to call her Radiant Renee. And yes, once again, she's allowed me to have permission to share this with you. And Renee was this queen of the good girl act. I'm talking about the chronic yes sayer, peacekeeper, overgiver, put everyone else first, even if it burns you out kind of vibe. She could smile through a storm, apologize for breathing too loud, and twist herself into knots just to avoid disappointing anyone. Does this sound familiar? But behind that perfectly polite mask, her soul was whispering, then screaming, "This isn't me." She didn't even recognize her own reflection anymore. She wasn't living. She was actually performing. She was taking on a role. Then came the big shift. Renee said yes to herself for once and started diving into embrace your authenticity work like her life depended on it. And spoiler alert, it did. Her life depended on it. And let me tell you, that woman showed up for herself week by week, layer by layer. She peeled back that expectation she wrote, right, for herself to follow, what she identified with, and she rewrote the rules for herself. And one day she looked in the mirror and said, "I'm not here to please. I'm here to live." And that's when the fireworks started for her. That's the big shift. She finally reclaimed her power instead of giving it away. She left that toxic job where her brilliance was being dimmed. She dyed her hair the boldest shade of pink that you've ever seen because she wanted to feel alive. And she picked up her pen and started writing poetry again. Raw, messy, soul on paper kind of poetry. She just allowed herself to pour it out. And she told me, for the first time, I feel like I'm not hiding. I'm not perfect, but I'm real. And real feels damn good. See, we put so much emphasis on what other people think and what their opinions are. We have to live up to their expectations. But what we're doing is we're not living in our truth. And it's true. We do it so easily and so often. The shift in her energy was palpable. And when a woman stops apologizing for who she is and starts celebrating who she's becoming, the world feels it. Her kids noticed it. Her friends noticed it. And most importantly, she noticed. She noticed herself. She noticed the difference in herself. Renee is proof that you don't need anyone's permission to be your whole wild, wondrous self. Just your own self. This is why I do what I do, because I want to help women just like Renee to start living who they are. Renee's story isn't just inspiring, it's a reminder that when we finally choose you, everything shifts. It's giving bold, it's giving freedom, and it brings to mind one of my favorite quotes that captures the energy of this perfectly. And this is from Brene Brown. Owning your story and loving ourselves through that process is the bravest thing that we will ever do. Whew. Yes. Owning your story and loving ourselves through the process is the bravest thing we will ever do. Yeah. Because this isn't just a pretty quote. It is a call for each and every one of us to rise into our truth, to stop editing ourselves for the comfort of others, to stand in the messy, beautiful truth of who we are, flaws, the fire, fabulousness, everything. Anyone can wear a mask, but it takes bold, brave, gloriously crowned women to rip it off and say, this is me. Being unfiltered, unpolished, unapologetically real. This is me. And let's be clear, owning your story doesn't mean shouting your past from the rooftops. No. Well, unless you want to. I don't. But I'm just saying, there's some of you out there that want to do that. Go for it. I give yourself permission. But it means no longer shrinking in shame over it. It means saying, yes, I've been through some things, and look at me loving myself anyway. When you do that, that's bravery. When you do that, that's healing. When you do that, that's the kind of energy that shifts the rooms and shakes the ground. So I want you to go ahead and tattoo that one on your heart. Maybe even write it on the mirror. Let it be a reminder that your story isn't a scar, it is strength. It's strength. And now that we've soaked in a little of the truth bomb from Queen Brene, let's take it one step farther, because sure, I can share wisdom and wealth and all this fabulousness, all the insights, all the inspirations, but without action, yep, it is just inspiration with nowhere to go. So let's ground all of this goodness into a real life move. Action. Active action. So here are some soulful action steps to help you walk in that brave, beautiful, fully you energy. I want you to do it this week, but I also want you to start today. And it's just not this week. It's every day, every week, every month following. This is your soul work this week. Because becoming your bold, beautiful, authentic self takes more than good vibes. It takes soul work. So let's get started. Mirror moment. Make it sacred. Every morning this week, I want you to take yourself to the mirror. Not just to check out your hair but to check in with you. Look yourself in the eyes. Yes, really. And say, I love you. I see you. I choose you. Yes. Now, I know it might feel awkward at first, and I might make it sound easy, but like you're staring in your own dramatic rom-com, right? It'll be awkward, but I'll tell you what, when you get used to doing it, it will become easy and you're not going to want to miss it. You're going to want to wake up every morning and do that. And see, when it does feel awkward, it's just that ego resisting some growth, because that's what you're doing. You're kind of shoving the ego aside and kind of putting you in the forefront, going, I'm doing some personal growth for myself. So even if it's awkward, do it anyway. Because this is how we rewire the inner dialogue. One heartfelt whisper at a time. Make eye contact. Use the kind words. You deserve it. You do. Another action item that you're going to do, you're going to write a love letter to you. Yes, you are. You're going to use a pen. You're going to do a cozy little spot. Maybe some tea or wine or whatever is your favorite beverage. You're going to write yourself a love letter like you would do to your dearest friend, your best friend, who just needed to hear how amazing she is. Tell her what you admire. List the storm she survived. Name the magic in her laugh, her strength, her story. Remind her, you, that being real is the most beautiful thing she's ever done. And a bonus thing that you can do with this action step, tuck it somewhere sacred. Reread it whenever the world tries to dim your light. Here's another action item. Ditch the energy drainers. Yes, please. Let's get honest. What's dimming your light? Is it the doom scrolling first thing in the morning? Is it the friend who only calls you to dump drama? Or maybe it's your own perfectionism dressed up as just trying to get it right. Make a list of 3 energy zappers in your life. Circle one. And this week, either let it go or set a clear, loving boundary around it. Protect your peace like your joy depends on it, because it does. And your final one, daily authenticity check-in. At the end of the day, pause and ask yourself, was I true to myself today? Not perfect, not pleasing, true. If the answer is yes, celebrate it. If it's no, don't spiral. Offer yourself some ease, some grace, and take the lesson and make a new choice tomorrow. You could tell yourself, I'm going to be better tomorrow, 1% better tomorrow. This journey isn't all about progress over perfection. Growth looks messy sometimes, and that's okay. Now, go do this work like your glorious truth teller, light shining woman that you are. You're not just stepping into authenticity, you're shredding in it. And here is a special closing prayer. And I certainly hope you enjoyed our session. Embodying self-love is just the most amazing thing you can do. It really is. I want you to take a moment to center yourself. I want you to take a deep breath in and exhale and allow your shoulders to drop. Release some tension if we brought up anything. Let your heart open a little bit wider. This is our sacred send-off for you from soul to soul. Divine creator, source of all light and love, thank you for the brilliance you placed within each of us. Thank you for the fingerprints of uniqueness that we carry, even when we forget they're there. Today we return to the truth that we are not meant to bend in. We are meant to become. May we walk boldly in the skin that we're in, not shrinking to fit old stories, not settling for half-hearted love or watered-down dreams, but soaring head high, heart open, feet grounded in purpose and power. Help us quiet the inner critic and turn up the volume of our inner truth. Remind us that our voice matters, our story matters, our presence is a gift. Let us live like love letters to authenticity, raw, radiant, a little messy, but oh, so beautiful and true. And when we forget, bring us back gently, where we're listening, we're learning, and we're ready. And so it is. Excuse me. I want you to say an affirmation after me. And I want you to say it loud and proud. And I want these words to echo it through your entire body. You ready? I am not here to be perfect. I'm here to be real. I am not here to be perfect. I am here to be real. I am not here to be perfect. I am here to be real. Yes. Yes, you are. I want to say thank you for showing up today. Thank you, beautiful souls, for showing up for yourself, for your healing, and for your truth. Whether you come in feeling fierce or fragile, the fact that you showed up means that you're doing the work. And that, my friend, is everything. You didn't have to be perfect. You didn't need to have it all figured out. You just need to be here. And you were. That's courage. That's courage. That's love. That's you. Keep honoring your journey. Keep choosing you. And remember, every time you show up with an open heart, the universe leans in and says, yes, girl, keep going. And before we send you off on your way, I want to remember we're going to give you a little lowdown on what's happening for May. We also want to make sure that you tune in every Saturday for your weekly dose of spiritual connection and soul feel goodness. Remember to share this with someone who could enjoy the big shift from everyday being to soulful being. You can catch our episodes on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Remember to hit subscribe. We also have some wonderful opportunities on our website at saylorsjourney.com. The 7 strategies to cultivate inner peace and fulfillment. Throughout the program, you'll be guided through principles, strategies designed to help you cultivate a calm mind, break free from negativity, and find deep, lasting fulfillment in every aspect of your life. And if the content, it's not about the content. What makes a difference is your commitment and your determination and willingness to embrace change that will truly transform your journey. And you can get that on our website. And if you're also been searching for a fun, easy way to sprinkle some peace and clarity into your life, look no farther. Grab the ebook, The Path to Calm and Clarity, The Gifts of Intentional Breathing. It's amazing when you do these lessons, the intentional breathing. It's here to help you reconnect with your inner self and melt away stress and discover your inner calm. Yes, go ahead and grab that. So, about that sneak peek into May, nurturing your soul, finding balance and peace. Yes. Let me leave you with a little teaser, okay? And guess what? The universe is showing off because we get 5 Saturdays next month. Woohoo! That's 5 sacred chances to slow the heck down, breathe a little deeper, and nurture your beautiful soul. And may it all be about trading the hustle for harmony, chaos for calm, and just surviving for intentional, soulful thriving. So here's what we've got cooked up for your spirit next month. Week 1, mindful living, creating presence in every moment. It's time to stop living on autopilot and wake up to the magic of now. We're diving into actually be in the moment, not just rushing through it. Week 2, self-care rituals, nurturing your body, mind, and soul. Bubble baths are cute. Love them. However, we're going to go a little deeper. In week 2, it's all going to be the radical self-devotion and rituals that replenish, not just reward. Week 3, we are going to be finding peace amongst the chaos and how to stay centered. Life's going to live, right? Life's going to be life. But that doesn't mean you have to lose yourself. Learn how to anchor in peace, even when the world feels like a whirlwind. Week 4, quieting the noise, the power of stillness and clarity and healing. Stillness isn't lazy, it's soul work. We'll talk about unplugging, tuning in, and letting silence speak some truth. And lucky us, week 5, we're going to deepen our relationship with ourselves and the divine. Let's end May by going inward and upward. We'll explore how to strengthen the sacred bond with yourself and source. That's where the real peace lives. So light your candles, fluff your pillows, and get ready to go for a fabulous ride in May. So definitely stay tuned, stay soulful, and stay ready to receive all the peace and presence your spirit's been craving. I certainly hope you're into joining us in May. Make sure you hit subscribe so you can get the first announcement when the episodes hit the in basket or they launch. I just want to say thank you for joining me in this sacred space today. And remember, this isn't a one-time thing. Soulful being isn't just something that we practice when we're in the mood. It's a way of being. It's how we show up for ourselves day in and day out. So let's continue this month with open hearts, ready to embrace the incredible person that you are in the mirror, because I see you. I hope you see you. And until next time, love yourself fiercely. Absolutely. And I can't emphasize this enough. Hit subscribe. Stop being shy. Join our community. Stay grounded. Shine brightly. And always remember, your soul knows the way. This is another fantabulous Soulful Saturday with Saylor. This is where we empower your spirit and help you build a strong sense of self. Stay true, stay fierce, and keep showing up for you, the real you. Okay, we will see you next week. Thank you so much for being here.